Okay, familiar face, Themis. You went on the top 8. You advised Rimini with pure Zoodiac. Is there anything you want to say before we go to the list?
Okay, I wanna go for the shoutouts first because usually the shoutouts are in the video and no one says at the end of the video. So I want to thank most of everyone, Valen Metzler, for the support he gave me on Thursday. I mean, if it wasn't for our many hours discussion, there would be no way I would be in mental capacity to go well at the event and be focused. Also, of course, Complexity Art Gaming for all the discussion we have been going through this event, and the #1 support that has been watching me from Athens.
Right.
So, okay, basically I have been testing since a month now, I think, the whole deck, and I tried everything for this tournament, all the options. And Pure Zoo is actually the most powerful deck because when you open 5 cards, each card is so impactful and it matters so much that no other deck can do this.
Right.
And that supports also my game plan for the side I will explain later.
Okay.
So,
let's do this.
I went with 2 Zoo.
Right.
So basically, like, these are standard. Maybe this is also fine to go higher number, but I wanted to emphasize on this.
Right.
So basically, this is the hand fixer. All right. Without this, it's very difficult to win when you go second. And its attack power is very crucial when you go on the side deck and you go for grind games at attack every time when there's floodgates and all this stuff.
Okay.
I played only one maxi from hand drops. I'll just say this simple. Hand drops are really bad, like are crap right now. This is like just retarded good, nothing else.
Okay.
I wanted to go with 2 Gkyzis, so basically my deck was made to counter the whole expected meta for this event, and I expected that people would realize that Draco Zoo has a very good matchup against Pure Zoo if you build Pure Zoo and not Draco stuff. So I wanted to have something that I could win them game 1. And it's also fair against every other deck game 1. I mean, the mirror is still fine, it just killed Dryden and all this stuff. And after side, it just cut it out.
Okay.
Spells. Most amazing card of the deck. There have been people and some of my friends that decided to play 2. I think it's retarded to play 2. It's something like a win condition for the mirror, especially after side deck, that you always go for the +1 and the grind game. It's just amazingly good. Nothing to say. To Gkyzis, I really didn't want to play many monsters, so Gkyzis is actually a monster, and I prefer to go over a 3rd Thoroughblade to use it for. It was way better and had more playability than Tenki. The real reason I didn't, I stayed with 2 Tenki, and it was really because of the 100 attack boost when there is a barrier in the field.
Okay.
2 of these, way better than heroes because now people go for the first overlay is Dryden, use effect, and then start playing. So it's 1 extra defense for their summer. I really wish I would have played 3 of these, but I decided to stay with the Kaiju options, and so that it would be better like overall.
Right.
Just wins mirror. Nothing else. Sharper Bone too. Like it was kind of weird for the whole event. I mean, after side deck it became way less good. I mean, using it as an out for Floodgate is not really allowed. I think I did it only once, use it as an out, and most of the times it would cost me a card because of the barrier, and the card I would get would be like nothing, and it was weird actually. I would really prefer to go to have played Twin Twisters, but I expected almost everyone to play barriers, which was actually true. So I didn't want to go for blind twisters and all the stuff. I wanted this more for defense or hit the crucial cards like diagrams, barrage, or for the end phase. Also, I really dislike the 1,000 points, and I always cut it in the side, always, for the mirror mod.
Right.
Free sweepers. For mirror, like actually everything. Okay, and now the traps.
Yeah, let's
I went for 2 barriers. For starters, I didn't like barrier right now. I didn't really like the mirror because it's always a -1 and they could always counter it with setting traps. But for this event, I figured that people will always go for barriers and maybe some torrentials or floodgates, so they all cut solemns. So with solemns out of the picture, barrier became better. But the only reason I really played it was because I wanted more traps and I couldn't find anything better to main.
Right.
3 solemns. They were so important for doing well this event. People were not playing around it. Just hitting the rat and cutting him off the combo was just magnificent. And yeah, I mean, I would have easily played 4, but the life points counter a lot. Matter a lot. And 2 floodgates just wins mirror game 1. And not barrier. Like, this is way better than barrier all the time. It takes away a card from your opponent, stops it from more than 1 turn. It was just amazing. Torrential, best sweeper, and
yeah.
Okay. Extra deck is kind of standard, like 3, 2, 1, misses, and this guy.
Right.
I was bashing everyone who was saying to cut this, and I summoned it 8 or 9 times during the whole tournament. It was really, really, really good.
Okay.
And side deck.
Yeah.
For only for pure Draco, I don't even side it for Draco Zoo because most of the times it does nothing against them because they have barrage. They can simply do again barrage, or if you even for the heritage, it just simply does nothing. And when you play against them, what you want is just to clear the board and have just 1 defense is enough to win, along with a Trident. So I prefer to keep more defenses other than this.
Right.
Still, I want to say this, that people who sided this in the mirror, or mainly those sided it, kept it after side in the mirror, were just worst option. Every time I got hit by Ogre, I just won the games. And I just have it for Draco Zoo and pure Draco, and I sided against. Yeah.
Right.
Third Kaiju, third Cosmic. I mainly wanted this for Draco Zoo. I want to talk about these cards together. This actually is like playing more torrentials, and they have just ruled that you cannot use my body as a shield to counter this.
Right.
So when you go after side, I say this when I go second. So the whole plan is to go set 4 or more, as many as possible. Actually, I start grinding them, and they will have to use their resources to create damage. Yeah. So with this, you can simply just out everything, like simply kill everything. And you have 86.3 percentage, I think, to destroy all level 4 monsters. So like with these two, with these and this, when I go after side, like when I go second, I also side 3 of these, or when I go first, these are not going well, I'll go first.
Right.
The whole plan is to go for the +1 always, like not making any trades. Try as much as possible to go for the +1. It's the reason why I don't like Buyer, because it's immediately a -1. Floodgate always makes them to need to have an out to go over it, and they will always use the monster that just extra summoned. And this was just amazing, really amazing. The only reason I didn't main it was because I didn't want to focus completely for the mirror and lose against everything else. But it's really fine to main this. I decided this going first in the mirror and Draco Zoo, and wherever I go first or second against pure Draco. So basically for the mirror, like people were, it became kind of worse because people got twin uses for Cosmics, but it still stopped all the enemy controllers and my body's shield, which like it would be times that it would create much advantage.
Okay.
And third floodgate for the mirror. I also decided this going first or second, supporting the go second set plan. I think that's it.
Okay. Any last words?
I think that's it.
That's it? Okay. Themis, again, thanks for the list. Eventually you'll take one. Eventually. Thank you.